Their tact is they want to try to mend fences. They don't have to be in a rush. I mean, technically, you've really got until February to pull the trigger on a trade. I don't know if you want to wait that long.
At the trade deadline.
Yeah, at the deadline. Mm-hmm. But right now, why rush into a deal with the Western Conference team or any team? Try to mend the fences. Now, I'm told that's going to be virtually impossible to do. Mm-hmm. You know, Kawhi is ready to move on. The problem's not so much Greg Popovich. He still has great respect for Pop. But the front office, the way they handled him, the misdiagnosis. But beyond that, he felt like we were all on board together. You guys were in agreement with me going to New York. You sent your trainers out there to work out with me. And when the press, the media went off on Kawhi because he wasn't on the bench during the playoffs, the Spurs never stepped up to say, hey, we knew he was going to New York. We're all on the same page. He felt like they left him to hang out to dry. And so he's L.A. or bust. Not so much Lakers or bust. They're the first choice, but he's L.A. or bust. So I think, though, right now, try them in the fences. If that doesn't work, then see what the Eastern Conference team will offer.
Are you concerned, though, because Kawhi is a little bit different?
Yeah.
As far as, you know, what he really wants. A lot of people don't know. They don't know Kawhi. There's not a lot of people that are really, really close to him. Do you think Kawhi can be talked back in to San Antonio?
From what I'm being told, no.
Okay.
I'd say no.
Which is amazing.
But I would try if I'm them. Right?
But it speaks to what has happened in that relationship, because that is a $70+ million decision. So the Spurs can offer him so much more money than everybody else, and they will. Like they will eat that and give him the supermax. 5 years, $219 million. And that's a deal that if he doesn't take it this offseason, if he doesn't, let's say he just plays out the deal, right?
Spurs.
He has to re-qualify for it.
Yep.
He's no longer eligible for it after this offseason.
Yeah, so there's a formula. There's certain things he has to accomplish.
All-NBA or MVP, Defense Player of the Year, something like that. Here's the thing: if you're San Antonio and you can't mend it, and you do realize you are going to trade him, I do not care what conference I trade him to. Kawhi Leonard will be, if he's traded, the best player traded since Shaquille O'Neal was traded to the Miami Heat. Period, point blank. Kawhi Leonard is better than Dwight. He's better than. I'm not counting LeBron going to Miami, which was a free agency thing. The best player traded in this league in almost 15 years. If Kawhi Leonard is traded, if you are the person giving that player up, you have to simply take the best available offer. You cannot say, well, it's not as good of an offer as LA, but at least he goes out east. If you are the team giving up the best player traded in 15 years in this league, you have to trade him to whomever's giving you the best return.
I do agree, and I think at the end of the day, you get to that point. Because I've talked to GMs who are insistent you don't trade them to your conference. However, at the end of the day, you do what makes your team best. But right now, I wouldn't go there. Right now, see if an Eastern team will offer more in hopes of winning the title, Boston or Philly, and then convincing him to stay. Cleveland, I heard you guys talking earlier. If LeBron decides to stay for 1 year, because he doesn't have to become a free agent, right? Stay for 1 year. If I'm Cleveland, I'm going for Kawhi. And that, I don't know that San Antonio wants Kevin Love because they got LaMarcus Aldridge, but I'd offer Kevin Love, Colin Sexton, and maybe you can do a three-way where a team that does want Kevin Love, so you get Kawhi and LeBron for 1 year and you go for it. You know both of them will probably leave, maybe even go to L.A. together in 2019. But those are options out there. And then if I can't get something I like, look, I'll take Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and maybe if you want Lonzo Ball.
But you do that on the back end.
Exactly. I'd explore everything else first.
Well, who has the leverage then? I mean, you are talking about an elite play. Nick laid out the elite type of player Kawhi is, but the Spurs are in no rush. If you're an Eastern Conference team, if you're Philadelphia, if you're Boston, do you believe you can convince him to stay if you get him there for a year? Or is there taking that risk because you know at the end of 1 year he can be gone?
I wouldn't do it if I was Philadelphia because I don't think he's going to stay. Now, if he wins a championship, that's hard to walk away from. But I think at wherever he is traded, if he's traded to the East, I think his plan will be when I'm a free agent in 2019, I'm walking. Now, here's the Spurs' one leverage is this. Let's say they don't trade Kawhi and LeBron and Paul George go to the Lakers, the Lakers' cap room is used up. Now, the Clippers would have cap room next summer. They'll have plenty, so they'll be a player. But you could at least eliminate the Lakers from the scenario if you wait it out.
Listen, but the other problem with Kawhi making it so clear he only wants to go to L.A., and then the Spurs reportedly saying we only want to trade him to the East, is the teams in the East are going to give you a worse package.
Yes.
Because they don't think he's going to stay. Like, if you thought you were trading for Kawhi Leonard, and when you traded for him, he was signing an extension, what does Boston not put on the table other than Jason Tatum? Nothing. What does Philly not put on the table other than Simmons and Embiid? Nothing. Like, if you think we're getting Kawhi for 5 years. But they would know
that, you're saying so the Spurs shouldn't have came out and said we're only dealing with the East.
No. What I'm saying is Kawhi making it clear he wants L.A. weakens what teams from the East will offer, which further goes to the point that I'm trying to make, which is the Spurs cannot eliminate.
He doesn't care. Kawhi doesn't care about that.
No.
He's like, I don't care what they offer. I don't want to play there.
No. I don't agree with you as far as the trade with the East. Like Danny Ainge, just because San Antonio said we're only going to trade them to the East, that doesn't mean Danny Ainge and them are going to give them, we'll give them our second or third best offer. Because in that East, Philadelphia could be also getting better. So why wouldn't you still make your best offer if you're trying to land the prospect? I don't have that same thinking.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to make this clear. I don't think the Spurs comments make the Celtics or Sixers give a worse offer. I think Kawhi's reportedly only going to sign an extension in L.A. That makes them give the worst offer, right? Because they don't think they're going to be able to keep him long term.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows.